What is up, YouTube? It is 11:02. This is my reparations talk that I was supposed to have the other day. And I, now that I'm thinking about it, I think black folks in America are owed reparations. When we talk about Indian Americans or even Jewish people, when we went to war in World War II, the American government helped Jewish people get back on their feet by giving them money. Even Well, we're not going to talk about the German government, because I still believe they give them something till this day. But the Indians got land and they got casinos. So I will admit that that was an ignorant statement of me to make, because I really had to sit down and think about that for a couple of days, and I was like, hold up. Even the Japanese people that they had off on the West Coast during what was it, World War II? They gave them reparations, and they gave them programs to integrate them back into society. Understand, there is a war against black folks here in America. There is a plot to keep black people down here in America. Understand that. I remember that all from history class. So why is it black Americans can't get reparations and they can give the Indians and the Japanese and all these other people reparations? Or they can sit up here and talk about what, or when they ask Biden about reparations, they'll sit up here and talk about, oh, well, they'll dodge a whole question and they'll go straight to talking about helping out immigrants get into America, when they should really be helping their own American people out. That doesn't make sense. So I believe that some sunflower, you're right. But the part that I disagree with you on is education is a weapon against white supremacy. Education is a weapon against white supremacy. I'm not talking about conventional education. I'm talking about that Black Panther Party shit. Educating your children to take pride in your skin and love yourselves. That's where it starts. Integration was one of the worst things that happened to black folks in America, because once we integrated into their society, we took on their beauty standards, their ideals, everything else that came with that. So education is like, even the whole education system. They teach us that we were slaves, but they don't teach you about, what's that movie? They don't teach you about, what was it, Fred Hampton? They don't teach you about MLK. They don't teach you that your ancestors, some of them marched back into the ocean after coming off the slave ships. They rather die than be slaves. They won't tell you about that. They won't tell you about the slave rebellions. They don't want you to know that your ancestors murdered how many white people. They don't want you to know that. They just want you to know that the slave masters used to whip your ass day in and day out, and all you used to do was pick cotton. That's what they wanted. That's what they want you to know. Once you start educating yourself, you start you become aware of the game that they play. Like the video I made the other day. They want you to be ignorant. They don't want I made a comment about black people coming together and loving one another. Why did that comment get taken down? After all of these years, I used to frequent Oche Duke Jackson. I used to go on his channel. Stop going there. I used to go on Derek Jackson channel. Stop going there. I can't go to black people channel who cater to just one side. I have to be on somebody's channel who talks about both sides, which is why I subscribe to the black channel, Jason Black. I'll make this video short. Education is a weapon. You were right, but I was also right. You can't say education the conventional It's like Malcolm X said, only a fool will let his enemy educate his children. And that's what black folks do. We integrated into this society. Now they can teach our black children whatever they want. They're hopping our kids up on all kinds of, putting our kids in special ed classes. I was in a predominantly Hispanic inner city high school. The black kids were in these special ed classes on all kinds of drugs. Don't sit up here and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a wicked system, man. Wicked. I end my video right here. Like, comment, subscribe.